Hey y'all, it's my favorite time of day, and you know what that is? That's when I get to contact y'all because you've had questions, and I'm gonna hopefully get to talk to y'all. I hope that it's convenient for you to answer your phone when you hear it ringing, because it's gonna be me. But until we start the phone calls, I want to give y'all a quick up-to-date, y'all, as to what my schedule is kind of in the near future. March the 18th, I'm going to be on Evine. And on March the 29th, I've got a book signing that morning at the Lady and Sons. And then I've got one at Paula Deen's Creek House that evening. And it's usually like from 5 to 7. And I know y'all have probably heard about the restaurant openings in Destin and Panama City. I can't give you a hard date, y'all, but just keep it on your calendar to watch for. It's going to be sometimes in April. That is, if the weather remains good and, all the building gods are with us. So I can't wait to see y'all down there. So let's try to take those phone calls and see if I can't answer some questions. And y'all can contact us and I'll talk to you about anything. My life is an open book. The space that you live in really affects the way you feel. So my first recommendation is start by updating your window treatments with Smith & Noble. Smith & Noble's beautiful handcrafted blinds, drapes, shades, and shutters are custom made just for you, and they offer different service options to fit your needs. To get started today, contact Smith & Noble to get my special limited time offer, 25% off on your window treatments, plus free design consultation. Create a space that you're gonna love. For details about my special offer, go to smithandnoble.com/Paula. That's smithandnoble.com/Paula, or call 1-800-659-3300. That's 1-800-659-3300. Come on now, Miss Brenda. Answer that phone.
This is Brenda. Leave a message.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Brenda, it's Paula Deen calling you, and I'm sorry I missed you, but maybe next time. Thanks, dear, and have a blessed day. So we're going to try another Brenda and see if she will answer. Doesn't look like it's my days for Brenda. Just not my day. Come on, Brenda. Brenda number 2.
Please leave a message. Thank you.
Hello, Brenda. It's Paula Deen calling you. I'm sorry I've missed you. Maybe next time, but have a blessed day, dear. Bye. Some days it be like this, y'all. We try to give people a heads up that we've received their question and we're going to try to answer it, and we'll be contacting them like tomorrow. But I guess some people have emergencies come up or they forget, and so they're not by their phone. So days like this that you wonder, what is the world doing out there that nobody's home or nobody's near a phone? So that was just the second person that I hadn't been able to get, and both of them was named Brenda. Okay, let's see how we make out with Heather.
Hello.
Is this Heather?
It is.
This is Paula Deen.
Hey, I'm so excited to talk to you.
Well, thank you, Heather. How are you doing today?
You?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm doing good.
Oh, good. Good. What state do you live in?
I'm in Louisiana.
Louisiana. Mm-hmm. Oh, my gosh. You know, that's one of my favorite states, Heather.
Is it really?
Yes, yes. I
Oh.
I love the cooking that comes
Oh,
out of that
yes.
state. It's
Oh, yes.
it's second behind straight down hard stomping Southern. Uh you know, the fried chicken and the cornbread and all that. But I
Mm-hmm.
just adore Louisiana food. Adore it, adore it.
Well, we
And
do too.
I try to cook it fairly often. Are
Mhm.
you near Nolens?
I'm about 3 hours away.
Oh, so
It's not too
you're a
bad.
good bit away.
Yeah,
Mm,
it's a good little drive, but it's not too bad.
Well, I'm trying to return people's questions, Heather.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have a question that you sent to me?
No, I didn't send one in, but I had sent an email for you to call that I did have a question. I was going
Oh,
to ask you about your favorite cake recipe. I cannot make a homemade cake. I always end up using a box mix because they just don't taste right to me. You know, when I make a
wh-
homemade cake,
what is it?
I don't know. They're just
What do
nasty.
they taste like?
Gross.
Gross.
So I just end
What
up
are
using a
people?
box
What
mix.
does your family think about it? What do they say?
Oh, I mean, not too much. You know, what they gonna say? Oh, this cake is nasty.
Oh. Well, I wonder what in the world it is.
I don't know.
Tell me how you make a cake.
Oh, Miss Paul, I do not have a recipe in front of me. I cannot do anything without a recipe.
You can't remember what brand of flour or anything like that.
No, no.
Well,
And I mean,
Heather,
it's different all the time. You know, I don't know what it is.
are
They just don't taste right to me.
Are you in northern Louisiana?
No, I'm in Central.
Okay, so I was thinking altitudes. So does the cake bake up right? Does it look right?
Yes, it bakes fine. I mean, it looks right. It just doesn't taste good.
How about the
I don't know.
pans that you're cooking them in?
I usually use Wilton pans, just normal cake pans.
I'm not familiar
Oh,
with that brand.
Mhm.
Do you spray your pans with anything?
I spray them with oh, my mind is blank. It's the spray that's like Pam, but it's got the flour in it, and I can't think what it's called now.
It's in a white can.
Mhm.
I use that same thing too.
That's the
It
one.
was surefire, yeah. So I was wondering if it was something like that. How about your vanilla? Do you use a good grade of vanilla?
Yes.
Well, girl, I don't know what it could be
I just don't know.
because it looks right. It's
It
just
looks right.
it's
It
just
doesn't
wrong
taste
when you
good.
put it in your mouth.
That's it.
Ah, tastes like poo poo. Yeah, is something in your oven?
Maybe so. But it's usually just cakes. Like everything else is fine. Maybe I just don't like homemade cake.
Yeah, maybe you just don't like cakes.
Because I eat them fine and it's a box mix, but they just don't taste right to me.
Well, I tell you what, to me, my grandmother Paul's recipe for sour cream pound cake
Uh-huh.
is the best cake.
Is it?
Yes, it is the best pound cake. And you can find it on my website or
That's what I was going to say. Can I find it
in my
somewhere online?
cookbooks.
Okay.
Yes, and it's so easy to make. It calls for a cup of sour cream. I can't remember how many eggs, so I make 1 pound cake that calls for 8 eggs. And I can't remember what grandma's calls for. Either 4 to 6 eggs and butter. I mean, it's so simple. And you alternate the eggs with the flour.
Okay.
I think it is. Or either the sour cream with the flour. But you always want to make sure you start with the flour and you end with the flour.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, I'm going to have to try that then. I'm going to have to find your recipe and try it.
Yeah, and how about your oven? Do you know? Well, she said the cake looks fine when it comes out. Just tastes like poo.
It does. It looks fine. My oven is crazy though. It is. I always have to turn it down. It runs hot.
It does.
Mhm.
Okay, because you could get you a thermometer and
Right.
put in there.
I need to do that because
Yeah.
it always runs hot.
Yes. And if it registers 350 and you want to cook on 300, you'd have to just lower your temp. Well,
Right.
I wish I could be more help to you, Heather. I
Well,
swear
that's
to
okay.
Peter.
I'm gonna try this recipe that you're telling me about.
Okay.
I'm so glad you called. We all just love you.
What?
I had to tell you real quick while I got you on here.
Tell me.
My son is now 13, but when he was little, like 2, maybe 3, we used to love to watch you on TV. We still do, but he especially would watch you. And for some reason, I don't know why, he called you Pony. And he always wanted to watch Pony.
Oh,
and
how
we knew exactly
cute.
what he was talking about. So to this day, we still refer to you as Pony.
Pony.
It's so funny.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I have no clue where he came up with that.
I have had so many people tell me, excuse me, my dog sees somebody. And so he's going to bark for a minute, but that's all right. I've had so many people tell me that their little children were glued to the TV when I was on. And
That's
it must be something about my accent.
Maybe so.
Because I cannot tell you how many people have told me that same story.
It was so funny to me, though. I mean, he would rather watch his Pony than watch cartoons or anything else.
That is so funny. That is so good. Well, tell that baby that Pony sent him a kiss.
I sure will.
And listen, if you're in Savannah, try to find me. Hopefully, I'll be around.
Oh, I would love to. I've always wanted to go. I've never been.
Oh, listen,
it just looks gorgeous.
It is, Heather. She's a beautiful, magical place, and we would love to have you.
Well, I hope I make it there someday.
Well, thank you, Heather. Thank you so much for your love and support.
Well, you are most welcome.
Thank you, and you have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you so much for calling.
All
right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So, like I said, I just enjoy hearing from y'all, and I always send y'all love and best dishes. The space that you live in really affects the way you feel. So my first recommendation is start by updating your window treatments with Smith & Noble. Smith & Noble's beautiful handcrafted blinds, drapes, shades, and shutters are custom made just for you, and they offer different service options to fit your needs. To get started today, contact Smith & Noble to get my special limited time offer, 25% off on your window treatments, plus free design consultation. Create a space that you're gonna love. For details about my special offer, go to smithandnoble.com/Paula. That's smithandnoble.com/Paula, or call 1-800-659-3300. That's 1-800-659-3300.